All right. Welcome, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. My name is Luis Morales, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk, and this is the first live stretch break of the week on a Monday afternoon. Now, before we get started, as always, feel free to go ahead and drop something in the chat if you feel like there's a certain area or muscle or something specific you want to be stretched out. I can definitely work it into what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be addressing most of the body today, but if there's something specific, please go ahead and drop that in the chat. Like I said, we can work that in. So I'm going to give you guys a moment just for that. I hope everyone had a nice weekend. It is another kind of sunny yet cold day here in Northern California. I'm grateful for the sun. All right, let's go ahead and get it going. So what we're going to do today is start out in standing. So what we're going to do is start off with a little neck movement. And I don't know if it was just something that's been in the air lately, but myself, one of my colleagues, and we've heard from other people, everyone had neck problems this morning, basically. So let's go ahead and get into some neck circles. Go ahead and plant those feet about shoulder width apart, bring those abs in, make sure the rest of our body is kind of nice and solid so our neck can move as much as possible. Go ahead and drop that chin down to your chest. And then what we're going to try and do is create a big circle with an imaginary laser pointer that is attached to our nose. So just choose one direction. We're going to rotate in that direction just to start. Go for about 5 here. Moving at your own pace. Biggest circles you can possibly draw. And once you do that 5 on the first side, go ahead and switch it over. Rotate the other way. Good job, you guys. Might hear some popping, some cracking. That's all right. Just as long as it's not associated with some immediate high-level pain, should be pretty good there. Let's make this the last one here. Nicely done. And with that chin on the chest. Great. And then we can bring our heads back up. Nicely done, guys. Okay, let's come on down to the ground. We're going to get into one of my personal favorites, and that is the half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So feel free to grab anything that will help make your knee a little more comfortable on the ground here. And let's put one knee down on the ground, other foot out in front. We're going to get into this nice hip flexor stretch by kind of finding where our hips are at, tucking the tailbone, squeezing the glute, same side here of my knee that's on the ground. Finding those abs, pushing those hips forward just a little bit, trying to find that tension. And remember, we're going for a medium tension here. And once we do, we can raise that same side arm up as well. Don't forget that breathing. Notice where your breathing is at. Try and maintain the glute tension the whole time. I know this can be hard. It takes a lot of focus. I know we're focusing on a lot of things. One more good breath. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and release the tension real quick there, guys. Let's go ahead and switch it on over to the other side. So putting the opposite knee down now. Let's go ahead and go through that checklist one more time. Tucking the tailbone back, squeezing the glutes, pulling in those abs a little bit, pushing the hips forward, finding that tension. Starting to breathe, raise that arm all the way up. Hold that glute squeeze. Good job, guys. One more good breath here. Good job. Go ahead and relax. Let's come out of that tension. And we're going to go in now into a kind of a full kneeling position. So if you'd like to use a pillow like I am, feel free to go for it. If not, that's still all right. We're going to sit glutes back onto our heels now. We're going to open up kind of our upper torsos a little bit. So let's go ahead and take our hands, interlace those fingers behind our back here, and then drive those hands down to the ground. Really open up the chest here. Tilt that chin up, look up at the ceiling. And then let's breathe. This one's a really great one. It's kind of the opposite of what we do all day, which is slouching. Focus on bringing the air into that chest. Pulling those shoulder blades back, driving those hands down. One more good breath, guys. One more good one. Good job. Go ahead and release those hands. Let them relax by your side. Give it a shake. Great job, you guys. Great job. Okay, let's go ahead and stay on the ground here. We're going to come and find that wonderful shin box position or mermaid position, whatever you'd like to call it. One leg out to the front, one leg out to the side. Trying to have both knees down on the ground if we can. And what you guys, make sure you guys have a little bit of space around you because we are going to be moving we're going to try and move back and forth between this position and the opposite one. So I'm going to turn so you guys can see me well. Now, if your hips are really, really tight or something else is going on, it's going to be way too hard for you to sit up. Feel free to go ahead and lean back on those hands. That's kind of what I used to start out with. Much better, much easier for us to rotate if we're leaning back on the hands. It'll help you really kind of control those hips, find out where you're tight. If you can sit up, awesome. Let's go ahead and start to try and switch with our arms up, keeping that core really nice and tight. Scoot it back a little bit here. Keeping the core really, really tight to our spine. It's not getting into any places that we don't want it to be. Be conscious of that breathing, guys. Don't want to just hold our breath through this. Good job. Notice where those hips are tight. If you can go slow through this, that's also awesome. Work on your control with these hips. Good work, you guys. Good work. All right, let's go one more each side. One more. All right, last switch here, guys. Good job. Lay those knees all the way down. All right, we can relax. Good job, you guys. Good job. Whew. All right. Okay, you guys. So last one here that we're going to do. It's kind of a new one. Go ahead and put that one knee down on the pillow. We're going to kind of come to that same hip flexor stretch position that we were in earlier, except we're going to add a little something new. So this is called the couch stretch. Go ahead and try and grab that back foot if you can, and then just stay kind of up nice and straight here. There we go. Usually helps if you also have something else to hold on to, but if you can come forward into that same hip flexor stretch position that we were in earlier, squeezing the glute, this is a great way to stretch out the quad and the hip flexor at the same time. So make sure we're still squeezing that glute. All right, slowly let it go, and let's switch on over to the other side. Perfect, okay. So lean forward again, try and grab that foot. If you can't reach that foot, a small towel often suffices. Make sure we're breathing here, guys. Big time hip flexor or quad stretch. Squeeze that glute. Good work, you guys. The reason why this is actually called the couch stretch is because originally you'd be able to back yourself up to a couch like you see here, or a footstool, and rest your foot. So if this is the first time trying it out, Definitely recommend practicing letting that foot just rest against something else, something particularly low like a footstool or a couch, and then finding that hip flexor or quad stretch. All right, let's come out of that tension. One big deep breath. Good job, you guys. Good job. All right, so the step challenge is upon us. Registration is open this week. We're looking forward to you guys participating. So grab your partner and join up the competition. We're loving all those cool team names that are already on the sheet. So go check that out either on Slack or on SharePoint is where we have the links to register and sign up for that. It's going to be super, super awesome. Great way to stay active and healthy as the holidays come around, the colder season comes around. We really want to make sure that we're keeping up on our health with everything that's going on. Again, I have a core class tomorrow, 4:30. We also have stretch breaks tomorrow, 11:30 a.m., 2:30 p.m., and then workout Wednesday and exercise with Exos are at their usual times at noon on Wednesday and Thursday. Hope to see you guys there to join us. I think that's everything I wanted to say. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other and yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, Luis.
Thanks, Luis.
Thanks, guys. Take care.